All right. So today we are opening the ceremony of generative AI podcasts. So this is the first episode together with Viktor Levchenko. Viktor Levchenko is the guy who founded the Adsme, his last company. Also, he was the manager of development in EdTech, AI, and educational tech and advertisement tech spheres. He raised investment for Adsme, launched the product.
It's a federative innovation agency, one of the most popular agency in the marketing niche in Ukraine and Eastern Europe.
Yeah, and also ruled development in OBMI, that's Ukrainian.
Yeah,
OBMI, Ukrainian Tinder space for couples.
Yeah, it's Tinder but for Gen Z and teenagers in Asia and USA. It's OBMI has 20 million users.
Wow,
I suppose. Yeah, it's a great product, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Okay.
Also, Adsme and Federative, it was a great part.
Nice. So today we are talking about AI, of course, the Meta and its last down due to the Hasids. And we are talking about the marketing, advertisement, and personal life of Viktor Levchenko after he's making his exit in the near future. So let's start about talking about advertising. Actually, we can connect this topic with the AI. So how was the Adsme founded and why Facebook?
To be honest, it was like a joke. We were partying with my future co-founder, and we were talking about how stupid it is to burn out money for a testing creative and don't know what will give a result and which creative will not. So we just make a joke. Let's imagine we can create some training space or some gym for advertising buyer manager and buyer specialist to test which creative is good and which creative is bad, and test some hypotheses without spending money. So we were laughing about it, and I said, "Whoa, wait a second! I think I know how to do that." So we take some pause for pre MVP, very small MVP about the basic hypothesis for a mass and how will this prediction work, and it's just worked. So it gives some results about future CTR, click-through rate metric, and it just started a year ago, maybe a year and 5 months ago. So this just started like a joke.
Joke became reality.
Yeah.
So how it works? Like if I have like some creatives like that I like just draw with my designer, and I will like to launch it into the Facebook ads. How can I use your system?
Yeah, it works very easy. You connect Adsme to your Facebook account, advertising Meta account. We pull your ads before you publish it and before you run it and before you will spend some money for it. And on the background, we research all of your competitors in your niche and geo, and in your formats. Meta Ads has some formats for Messenger, Instagram, Facebook, mobile, desktop, video, stories, and all of this format we are screening for your niche, especially in geo. And we will send you some insights about how to increase your CTR in a way maybe plus minus 10%. So we will say, hey, buddy, this creative will have CTR 0.07. Don't run it. You will spend too much money for testing. So it doesn't worth it. And if you want to improve, add some creative for a picture or add some text or emotional impact to this creative, and we will guarantee you will increase it to 1.5.
So you give me some advices, then I
Yeah.
change my picture, change my description, came back to your service again, and you give me one more like prediction.
Yeah. It's pay-as-you-use model, so we are charging for each prediction, and you can just implement this advices and increase your efficiency of advertising.
Oh.
It works on a production scales, and you don't have to do any another additional steps to make your advertising better. This insight that we found in our target audience, they don't want to use any tools or any after import tools or anything to make they work better. So they just want to make it in a background, or just it just works. It just sends you, hey, don't spend for it. Spend your budget for testing for better creative, or improve your creative in this way.
Cool. And that's very unique situation when the company doesn't use the OpenAI. Why not? Like, why not OpenAI? Have you started with OpenAI, and why did you take the risky step, risky decision to make your own LLM?
Oh, it's a really cool story, because we started from a simple function in a programming language. So at the start we don't even thought about AI or deep learning or about OpenAI. It just ChatGPT just launched, maybe a few months or a few weeks, I don't remember. So we don't really had this information about how OpenAI will improve the LLMs in the future. So we didn't have these options at all. So we just start from simple functions with a math and understanding how auction works, and how do campaigns and creative compete with each other. So it just started. On the moment when we realized importance of imaging, emotional, and video understanding, and all of this information, that it's not so linear than a text. Only on that moment we thought that we have to improve and create our AI technology to learn our neural model. So we just started to look for a data set, and it doesn't exist even for today. So if you want to download some data set to train your data, you don't have it. Even OpenAI can't say what creative is better in your niche in geo at this moment. So we could not use OpenAI for a year ago, and anyone can't use OpenAI now, by reason that auction and all of advertising situation is changing every time, every minute or hour, and it's very depends from a geo and topic, your niche, your time of day, time of week, or your emotional situation of your audience. So it's very fluent, and it's changed every time. And our goal is to build a technology of finding this data in a real time, and to make a prediction just for a few seconds after you uploaded your creative in a Meta.
Okay.
So we had to train our neural model by ourselves, because we didn't have another options or OpenAI options.
If you have if you had decided to make your startup right now with all the
I
GPT.
will not do that.
If you had like some prediction on like some roadmap from OpenAI that will they will generate some GPT-5, GPT-6, would you make a decision like to wait some time and like with the knowledge how they grow, how the OpenAI is going better and better over years? Would you make a decision to make a startup like in a year with the new technology?
Yeah, absolutely. I will not do AI by deep learning or make an own neural network. It's too hard. We just wasted too much time to make some step and understand that this step is not the last one, and we have to make another. And we had like Tuman Wayne. We had no vision how to go on this way, so it was too hard, I suppose. But based off OpenAI technology, I think today all of LLMs, it's more like a new internet way, new internet technology, and some synonym to that is crypto and blockchain technology. They have a layer 1 technology like Ethereum, and you can build the layer 2 and layer 3 solutions. So I look at OpenAI and GPT models today like a new internet and layer 1 solution. So you can build on this solution layer 2, adding some new dataset or new interface. You can implement this to a messenger, and it will be powered by a layer 1, and you will create a layer 2, and you can even build a platform for layer 3 for your developer or partners or whatever.
Okay.
So I think today is growing very fast and very it will be very big, just because it's like invented or electricity or internet or all of this platform and fundamental type of things.
Could you explain to a school guy why OpenAI became cheaper and cheaper with while technology improves, it becomes cheaper and cheaper over times?
Yeah, imagine you have 30 billion neural networks and links between them, and you train them of using a lot of electricity and GPU power, and it just works. So you give this to customers, they use this, and OpenAI, what does they make with these networks? They are looking which tokens and which neural is activated the most and delete
all unnecessary, that are not used by like stupid people.
Yeah. So we all don't ask very intelligent questions to GPT.
Yeah.
We just asking, hi.
People are like dumb.
Yeah. What can you do? What to make? How to I don't know, resolve some problem in my relationship,
write some
business.
sales email.
Yeah. Make SEO keywords. It's very simple. Or how to justify div in CSS.
So basically, you are like telling, if I am asking like a ChatGPT how to write LLM model with some mathematical functions, in most cases he will not answer because these tokens are deleted from the.
Yeah. In sometimes these networks become more and more faster, but more and more general. So they training and removing all of the unnecessary tokens and links to make it faster and go to spend less compute power. So in the time it will be less expensive. And I know that OpenAI has a goal to make LLMs free and make a physical object or physical chips to run all these networks without spending usage to OpenAI API. So as I see, they really want to create some new internet free for everyone. Absolutely.
What's the purpose of making the own chip?
I think the main purpose is a competitor advantage by the reason that
Like you have your own storage you can use for training.
yeah, but when you spend 16 years to found some new, not founded, not created by today technology, it became so easy to reproduce that OpenAI understand and that LLMs, like a technology, it's not exclusive anymore. So just from a few weeks after GPT 3.05 launched, students repeated that, and they spent $300. So it's not comparative to OpenAI spent for 16 years of development.
Yeah.
Most.
But they like open the cards for it. So
yeah, they said, "Come on, guys, you can forget about all of neural networks and deep learning that you know. We found that tokens storage and GraphQL and graph database is better for this type of neural networks, and when you cross border for 10 billion neural links, it will become general speaking.
It's like designing the circle. So
yeah,
you just said like, hey, it's simple. So
yeah, they said it works. We found ways that it works. It's like just by as accident found steel, electricity, whatever. They found a new way of work with the data. So after it founded, open source community and open source developers start to reproduce this fork technology, start their own projects, and now we have 100 LLMs. I don't know, maybe for 5 years it become thousands or tens of thousands LLMs for free to download or to use in your Messenger, where you want, even in your product for a common license without any commercial or whatever limits. So they are, as I think, OpenAI investing so much, and they want to invest so much money to chips to create another new step that it's not available for everyone for an open source community. So when you're asking investors $7 trillion, you know that anyone in the world can do that. So you will have a unique competitive advantage, and I think they will have it. And
I imagine like how the OpenAI have the internal system like in their team, like internal ChatGPT created only for like internal team. They ask questions and like imagine like Sam Altman, how much money have I like asked for investors, and it's like 7 trillion.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely sure that they have GPT 5.0 or 5.1, and they said already that this technology could pass exam in university, make some science works, and it will go far beyond the just general speaking and answering the questions. What's the best restaurants in my area?
All right. Can you talk about your plans on your future startups? You told me, like making the ChatGPT actions that is like connected to your regular life.
Yeah.
Can we like make the parallel? What is the general AI, and how your startup can like be similar to this idea?
It's me.
Your new startup idea you're working on.
Okay, I got it. With using OpenAI API, like a developer, we found some new way to use LLM's power. And today is this methodology called GPT's agents or GPT chains or prompt chains. It looks like some of chain of decisions. And when now you are asking some question in ChatGPT, it's for 2 or 3 sentences long. You just ask some questions, you re-ask it, you you ask to edit some another questions. But when we if you want to model how do the people think and how do the team make the decision, we found that we are talking about some topics, and each of next topics is based on another and on another action and decisions. And we found some methodology about how to model infrastructure for OpenAI API to create some decision-making model far more complicated and stable than just asking a question and getting an answer. So it's also started like a joke. We just were chatting in our top management group chat, and I thought, wow, wait a minute. So I can replace one by one each of this person by GPT AI, give them all of his history of this chart, and gives him all of the history of all of logs, money, cash flow, P&L, change logs, whatever, and replace them one by one, and don't tell them that another your teammate is AI also. So they will think that all of this person is real, and they will make a decision just talking about this decision, just talking about some problem based on their role. So imagine if you're AI and I'm AI, and we are saying, hey, be CTO, result orientated and money efficient orientated, and be as polite as you could. And for you, imagine that you're a CEO, that your goal is to resolve this problem in this niche in geo. So we can build a code that models this dialogue, and we'll create some actions to a word, to an outsource company, to our developer, or to our maybe Slack teammates, and they will make a real job.
All right. So they make like some decisions, internal communications. Why not like why to spend the resources, the KPUs for internal communications? Like they can like think and only do external, like some sales process, some like outsourcing tasks, some freelance hires, and so on.
The main problem about neural networks and also OpenAI model, we don't know how do they think, and we don't know how to teach some compute data set to work with our world created by human beings. So they all of these models were trained on data created by humans, and if you want to get a result as a human does, we have to make all of these steps to choose the better option in each decisions to get the best result as human being could. The main advantage from this chain and prompt chaining that you can do it for a second or 2 seconds. So imagine we're making a quarterly planning about how to increase your revenue in some area and some geo. So they could in a few seconds or minutes to plan that, research, make some task issues, business AI business analytics could brainstorm how to improve it. We'll create some scope and VBS, and your AI product will create some feature request and all of this could be done in minutes. And you just send to outsourcers company, hey guys, this is your task, and this is your task, and here.
So you just want to generate thousands of companies and train like each company on like each generation, like make some internal and external processes, and then just have the ideal company in each sphere.
Yeah, to be honest, I just want to create like a operational system to run this type of companies.
Without humans.
or without humans or with the humans, like teammates, it's whatever. We have too much repeating task made by human with a very low quality, and it could be replaced so easily with AI. So why we don't do that? So I just want to create like a platform. Some problem in development AI and development startups is it's based how the code works. So we were developing and creating code for people how to communicate with the machines. So they just makes what we say to make, and AI works in a different way. It's like a black box, and we don't know how what to give it like input, and we don't know how to receive a good output. So it's another way to how to communicate with the machine. So it's based on this statement. We need to invent some new way to communicate with AI and how to run a business with all of these new ways or new way of working with the information. That because this is the reason why businesses could not to implement AI so easily and so fast. So when ChatGPT just came out, everyone said, "Oh, SMM business will die, content business will die, advertising business will die."
But it only increases the ability of the person to make his work simpler and faster.
Efficiency of very low quality repeatable task.
Do you think we can make the situation when this really appears, when the AI will replace the human, the employee?
Absolutely. I think that AI will replace a human in the task of operational, and it will give some space to this human to make a step next to a tactical strategical level. So it just will make our world better, because more people could make a more work and more changes decision better with absolutely controlled quality of this work. So it will replace, but it will also level up everyone.
I think we can compare the employee with AI like the citizen, and the employee without AI, the village citizen.
Yeah.
So in the city, all the life goes faster, all the life goes easier, because you have the network connections, some places you can go very fast. In the village, you are limited to some technologies, to some people, and in the village without the internet connection, it's very hard to make your life successful.
Yeah. It just become more and more efficient and easily to make stuff we do. So it will improve us like a human beings. I absolutely sure about it. And based on this decision to implement AI in our world and our today's task, we will see that we don't know what especially have to be done. So when you can do anything with very high level of quality, you really will start to think, oh, what does my customer want? In which area I want to run a business, what pain I want to resolve, or the main real questions about the business. So today the business is like an execution gap. You imagine some new world and you imagine some hypothesis, and after that you will see some valley of death, and if you will win it in a 1% or 2%, you will have some another power to one more step and one more try. And with AI, it will increase the speed of death, because you could recheck all of your hypotheses and run it faster and run it with less money spent. So it won't make everyone fired or without jobs. It just will change the works we do.
Okay, so you want like to put your model when you created the Adsme, like some predictions on the successful like launch of the Facebook ads before like the starting like launching the Facebook ads. You wanna put this model into the general life sphere when we can predict our like success of work, when we predict the sales process, when we like predict any operational model in the business. And you want to predict that before the actions will done.
Yeah, based on technologies that we invented in Adsme, we found out that we could predict very accurate some metrics in a real business, and it don't have to be only in advertising. So we built a technology to collect and aggregate and work with the data for a high scale and high speed. And we are looking now how to and where to use this technology in another spheres, in other niches, like job scene and vacancy creation, maybe in some import-export analysis and delivery of goods in any sphere. When you have some competitors, when you have some very similar or just exactly similar products, and you have to and you want to increase your metrics by 1% or 2% to win this run. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Let's talk about
Money.
You're planning to sell your company to make an exit, so we can't talk about the potential buyer, about the dates and like all the details. We don't need to. Like, why do you plan to sell a company, and what is the potential in the new company owner for this technology?
As some experienced founders, at the start we just planned and wrote down exit strategies. One of our first exit strategy was M&A or selling the technology. It was based on our previous experience in development, and we just didn't feel good in product development and making a lot of customers happy very fast. So in a startup and all of venture capital history, you have to run very fast, and we just focused on technology. And our exit, it was one of the strategy at the start. Second and third was exit too, but to another buyers. At the start, we had a short list of buyers, potential partners or whatever, and from maybe months 2 or months 3, we already started to communicate with them. We just booked a demo with them and said, "Hey guys, here we created technologies that will change this niche and 100 billion market."
It was IBM cold outreach, like, or something. So you just have the list, you find the.
Yeah, we just imagined. We imagined what is the best, what is the perfect buyer for us? What is the perfect company that builds some product and business that could use our technology to improve their metrics or revenue or some strategical part. One of potential buyer was Meta, just because our initial idea was not good. We imagined that we could call Mark Zuckerberg and said, "Hey, Mark."
You had a call with him?
We planned this October to have a call with Zuckerberg Foundation.
His team agreed?
No, his wife.
All right.
And we just imagined the history that, hey, Mark, you will make a revenue 130 billion in next year. If you will not buy us, we will reduce it for 1%. So you will lose 1 billion. How much could you pay to not to
in
make
exchange
it?
for this, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a very simple idea.
Hey Mark, you are a cool guy, but not cool enough.
Yeah, it's not, you're not cool enough for 1 billion. But it was a good idea. I don't recommend to think in this way. Better to think in a way, hi Mark, we can help you make a revenue plus 1 billion. Let's do that.
So just implement this technology into your system
to make a more revenue. Yeah, it just
help the people like create their ads.
Better ads, to make advertising better. With our technology, you can improve the quality of a bottom line creative. So with our technology, advertising in Meta will be better. And in the internet.
What went wrong? Like, why haven't you talked with his wife?
It took too much time at first, and we had some another chats with big companies and development and business developer for a big company, and they said, don't rush this history because they're not fools. Why do they have to pay you some money if they could start a due diligence to see how will it work and I don't know, to crash it or implement them. So when you don't have too much energy and money to run fast, you have to make exit as quick as fast as possible. Just to don't make any option to anyone to copy or destroy it. Because when we started, we didn't really have any competitors in our niche. But after a year, we found a lot of startups that makes some similar products with a prediction. Our competitive advantage is still we don't use your money to test with a budget creative quality. They makes a lot of copies, hundreds of copies, and spends your money $20 for each to say, hey, we think this creative doesn't work. So we don't make it. We make a real prediction. So it was our strategy at first, at the start, and to be honest, we even take some period for a year to make this rush just for a year, and we'll make another decision. So we had thoughts about let's make a quick rush. Let's try to sell this technology, validate this technology for a year. If we will success a lot, we will think how to build a platform for advertising or making some money, cash machine or whatever. And if it's will be too difficult for us, we still have a technology. We still have all the documentary how to make it safe and to sell it. So it was one of the first parts of our plan how to exit. And I have a big advice to everyone: you always have to have some number in your mind for which sum of money you will sell your startups. I just saw some advice in the internet or in TikToks that man said you always have to have this sum. So we started from day one. We just sit for a table and said how much money. No, how much? We had no money. No, we had no money, but we spent 9 months for our cash. So we just said when we'll see this sum of money on the table, will we sell it, or will we make some arguing about our goal? And we were talking about this sum for each 3 months, 4 months, just talking about when we hear this sum, we will stop it. This chat will make very clear what is your goal, because after a year goal could changes, and you will you not always see it. You not always have motivation make goals that you started for. So it just great dialogue.
All right, and you bootstrapped, so you don't.
Yeah. We definitely bootstrapped. We made a first code. I made first code by myself. It was absolutely ugly, but it works. So after that, I was writing code for 6 months, I don't know, by myself. After pre-seed, we hired developers, and it will start to go in faster, a lot faster. I think at the start we maybe only spent some money for a logo inside, maybe
Okay.
200 or this.
Guys that created the AI model spent some
Yeah,
some money.
our design, our brand design was created by Crédit Agricole head of design. So he was absolutely amazed about our idea, and we very asked him to make it for free. I know maybe we paid some money, but it was just like a friendly gesture. So like a founders, we don't have any salary. So
Come on.
No, it's not a good idea.
We just spend the company money.
No, we didn't spend any company money. I added some money.
Haven't you paid the salary to yourself?
No. I made the initial debt, and I was making some debt by myself to a company. So it wasn't so easy as it looks. It's not a good idea, to be honest. I know that you have to have some salary, but I think it could be after a seed stage or maybe some bridge from a seed to A round. It's good idea to give to founders some salary to work full time. I could work for Adsme most of my time because I had consulting in technology. So it's a good money. I could spend a time for Adsme most of my time because I just had a good consulting.
What was the top monthly recurring revenue of Adsme?
Oh, we don't
disclose.
We don't share any information about financial state, any legal accounting. We have some checklist. A point we could we can disclose. So we had revenue. We are not good in products, so it wasn't our focus. Our focus for a year was always accuracy of prediction. So we just started to making money to explain how does technology work.
Okay. But your evaluation that you set to your potential buyer was based on your revenue or on the technology?
Only our evaluation of this stage is very difficult. So we had evaluation based on technology, uniqueness of technology, and documents based that it's real. And we had very difficult deal that it took maybe 4 months or 5 months just to make clear what evaluation is, to be honest. So it's very complicated, and it was evaluated based on future revenue. So it's the best option for us because we know that our technology will make it and will improve some strategical position of our buyer in the future and in ongoing in today's market. So it's just to be acquired by someone big. It's good because you have evaluation based on, say, market position, not on your. So it's better for them. Because it's better for them also because the evaluation will increase after buying our technology because they have revenue and they have revenue a lot more than we do, and it looks like just making money makes money. So evaluation is based on their position on the market and the future position of their product, not our.
All right, cool. We have another topics of specifically Ukrainian venture. So that's the Ukrainian startup you're exiting to. No? No? Okay. What's wrong with the Ukrainian venture?
It's nothing wrong with Ukrainian development. We have great R&D offices, and we have great developers, and all of our developers are based in Ukraine. And we were all the time in Kiev during a war and during winter electricity down. So it's another challenge to run an exit startup during the war.
Yeah, fuck Russia.
Yeah, fuck Russia. So it was it means that in development and venture building in Ukraine is all good. We have some problem with evaluation and some startup ecosystem just by reason of account of funds or investors, not of equality, just account. So in Ukraine we have one deal a month, 2 deals a month. It's a great deals. It's a future unicorns. We have also unicorns in our ecosystem. It's just based on how much money will be added to this economy. That's all. So I think we have maybe even better ratio of winning startups than Silicon Valley has. So it's just question of the time and count of investors here. So we don't have any blockers to raise money here. We have DSCT, very simple dividends system for investors and revenue, making revenue or whatever. We could we had possibility to register Stripe from Ukraine. It was no problem. So there is no problem. We have a good internet. That's all what we need. So
We have low taxes. When we talk about the taxes, how much of your profit that you will take from?
This question is part of non-disclosure.
In percents.
It's very low percent.
Very low percent.
Very low percent.
So it's crypto payment?
We very bootstrap efficient startup. So we had no problems with taxes or whatever. I just sent to my tax agent information that we founded startup, and for my founder, I had all good for 15 minutes. But my founder forgot to send to a tax information about foundation of startup, and they called him and said, "Hi guy, we see information that you founded startup. Can we add in information to your bio?" And he said, "Oh yeah, okay, let's do that." So we have no problem with any tax. Today I sent a quarterly report by my phone and making some photos to verify that that's me. So in Ukraine we have DIA. It's amazing app, amazing part of our technology system. So
it's very easy for foreign companies, funds to invest in Ukraine.
Yeah, the blockers only in the mines. So we have no blockers to run a business from Ukraine. We have no issues with running or making entity in the UK on USA, and to be Ukrainian founders and making creating entity there. It's really fast. We founded one of our entity maybe for a week and spent a few hours calls with notaries to say that we are real. We really makes money. So there is no problem. The main problem is this not problem. It's just like venture works. Yeah, we have some minds issues in Ukrainian founders that we don't appreciate fails. We're looking for a Facebook history, Tesla history, all of that startups that were founded in 19th or 2000s years. So we don't appreciate they fails. That Mark Zuckerberg made a few startups and they failed. So this is okay. And we are so result oriented, and we appreciate only success and only a huge success. We don't appreciate the steps that you make in your experience, and we waste this information, we don't share it. So I think the main problem only in our minds and in our experience.
All right. If you talk like about fundraising in Ukraine, I think the some often obstacles in fundraiser investor minds is I can put my money in Ukrainian startup and some days after the rocket will fire the founder and the whole thing does. So how can we make some risks free for the investment from other countries to Ukraine, to increase the Ukrainian economics to increase the world of startups, because Ukraine is a really good way to build a startup and to build some new technologies. Ukrainian developers are very cool, very smart. And how can we increase the chances that Ukrainian startup can be funded from foreign companies?
Oh, I think there is no problem to fundraise in Ukraine by the reason we have Ukrainian investors that understand our situation or history, and they understand a law based in Ukraine. We have pretty good law based, and our pre-seed stage was made by a document in Ukrainian law, so it was no problem. It's just based on how do you negotiate with your investor and how do you share your information and how much you are open to what's going on. So if you don't know this person and you don't know their goals and their experience, you have a risk they will burn money. So this risk you have. Come on, guys, we have WeWork in our world. They burn billions of dollars, and there is no questions about USA law based. Some people burns money, some people don't. So you just have to understand this person, his experience, and make a venture decision. It's okay to burn money to test a hypothesis, and it's not okay to burn all of money to test one hypothesis. Startup is just some temporary organization to test as much hypothesis as you could. So it's just okay, I think. Based on law, we don't have any blockers because we have some type of documents which could guarantee that we will receive a future shareholders in a future company in whatever entity geo that you want. We had this type of document. We just said we signed up a document that we will share shareholders in the future. We set a duration. We set some penalty if we want. We will not do it, and we set some penalty if investor will not takes our shareholders. It's just it's a risk for startups and a risk for investor. It's like a similar risk for us too.
Cool. What's your plans for the money?
Oh, we have no disclosure part. We have years.
So it's like a shout.
No, it's a vesting for years. I will have a seat on a board members in the future in the buyer position. So it will be for some next step for me. I had no experience in the boards, in a real boards of company. It will be great. I think some months or maybe year will take to understand what is going on and how to implement this technology, because when someone buys technology, they always buy it with a team and people who understand it, because you could have some documentary or whatever, but experience it's more important. So we have some wasting period. We have some wasting period. It's another for our team. We have different contracts with my co-founder and with our teams and with our investors. So it's a very complicated deal with 5 participants. I very open to small or just started startups in Ukraine, founded in Ukraine, based on bootstrap or looking for some technology advising, looking for inventing technology, just because on the way of our journey to exit, we received so many helps, so many advices from so many people that that I in this journey understood that you have to share out because share this knowledge because you received so much for free, just for their time. It's expensive, yeah, but they just spend the time, so it really works. In venture, I don't know how to in Europe or USA. Venture in Ukraine, it's very about sharing, and it's all of about. Hey guys, we found this shit. It makes very good, and we found this way to code or design or whatever, or just share this with me or say how do you do it. The main blockers here, some people listen this and really implement. We edit our pitch deck 3 times for a first day of pitching. So we showed to investor our pitch. They said this is shit. We started from a scratch. We showed this to another part of investors. They said this is shit, but better. We started from a scratch. We didn't sleep for all night to make and to implement all of feedback about pitch. And after that, we showed our pitch, and they said, "Oh, there is no shit, but looks like a magic. So just make it." So we have no questions. That's all. But I see a lot of guys with no edits in a pitch for months or a year. They're just trying to smash a wall for a vote. I don't know. So I'm looking for guys or teams ready to change some sphere, niche, and even change their way. How do they do it?
Okay. So you guys are seeing the future investor, future venture capitalist. So where can people look for new ideas from you, like look for your experience gains? How can you consult people? Where do you post some info or news? Do you have some social medias, blogs?
You can subscribe on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't post too much, just because if you work a lot, you don't post, and if you post a lot, it's your job. It's not my job. So you can find me for a name and surname in social networks: Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook.
If I want as a startup, if I want to contact you on some fundraise questions or some consult questions, what is the best and the fastest way for me to contact you?
Yeah, I think you will not have this channel of contacting from start, but you can easily write me DM in LinkedIn, Instagram. I see all of this in notification, and if it's a good question, I will answer you, so it will not be a problem. I don't receive a lot of real questions today. Today I receive only some spam or invites for an event. There is no a lot of questions from real teams. And to be honest, if you are active, I will see your activities by myself. So I want to spend much more time on events, going to these events, taking participants, and maybe some public speaking to see and what is going on here. Just because for the last 4 months we were only negotiation about some disclosure and parts of documents, and I didn't have time to talk with the people and take it deep what's going on in Ukrainian venture ecosystem. So I will find you. If you're making something good, I will see it.
All right, so we will leave all the credentials down below this YouTube podcast. All the cuts you can see in TikTok, Instagram, Reels, YouTube Shorts, and all the social medias. And the whole interview is put down in will be recorded and published into YouTube. So check out our future episodes. And thanks a lot for joining this Generective AI podcast.
Yeah, thumbs up, subscribe,
share,
comment. Make a comment for at least 7 words. Share with a friend.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yoo-hoo.